Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Leadnap Gaming. This week we talk about Diego, prisons, something new, and of course those giveaways.
Systems activated. Systems on.
Let's all take a moment to be honest. Did we expect 3.9 to be in PTU by now? I know I did. I'm eager to get in my Carrack and see new Babbage, explore some new moons, and so on. With that said, this delay of sorts has had me pushing my production schedule around, and I'd been planning around now to be putting out some new material looking at all 3.9 has to offer. So we're going to do that. Well, sort of. Diego emailed me and he was giving me some insight on his thoughts about Star Citizen. Oh right, who's Diego? Well, he's one of you. He made a comment a while back about playing in Star Citizen and I invited him to tell me some more. Diego's story is quite interesting to me because he's been a backer since the mid 2-point days, and he has a nice hangar of ships that include a 315, a Valiant, and an Aurora. He represents an often untold segment of Star Citizens, the players who didn't spend a small fortune on ships. What's interesting about his experience is it doesn't differ wildly from someone with a whole lot of big ships, but he's also a solo player. His experience, I felt, really captures some of what is problematic for Star Citizen right now. There's really nothing to do. The problem is, CIG's traded content for Emergent gameplay. What do I mean? In this case, Emergent gameplay is the PvP battle royales that other people organize. It's the Daymar Rally, or even the Jumptown days of old. These are the heart and soul of Star Citizen, the very things you can't get elsewhere. The problem is, you can't count it as content either. If you don't follow closely a streamer who organizes that 50-person PvP FPS battle, FPS combat's limited to pretty much just shooting barely functional bots. If you don't follow player-led events, you've probably never even heard of the Daymar Rally, and vehicle driving at that point as well, just pointless exploration in a rover. Economic activity bears no fruit because while I can make 1 million UEC in an hour, once you outfit all your ships, you get your weapons and armor, what difference does it really make if you have 1 million or 1,000 UEC in the bank? If you have a variety of ships, you might not notice right away. When killing NPC claim jumpers of the Gladius gets old, you try it in your 600. February was a big month for Carrack owners because the verse was refreshed. A new ship to explore, and you could take it with you to go do stuff like package running. Not because it was better at it, but because there was at least some satisfaction playing with your new toy, and doing the same thing over and over suddenly felt different. Yet today the verse has more or less returned to normal. You see the occasional Carrack parked outside Ollie, usually because someone hasn't seen it yet. Once again, that content bug bites. If you're not playing with a group of people, if Star Citizen is not primarily a social experience for you, the content seems minor and bland. If you log into the verse to play the game as a single player, you're more likely to be bored after just a patch or two. So it should be great news then that 3.9 is bringing with it Kleischer Correctional Facilities. CIG didn't drop the ball here either. There's a whole bunch of new gameplay loops, new places to explore, and perhaps best of all, a reason to do something. If you don't go mine, you can't go do other stuff, so you have to go through all the different game loops. Similarly, and this is of course trusting CIG hasn't omitted a detail or two to us, all the loops in the prison gameplay loop are complete. We don't expect that there's going to be placeholders for the essential gameplay in prisons. Two things about this. First, as Diego pointed out to me, this means the first time you screw up and head to prison, it's going to be a new experience, and it'll be exciting. But what about the 5th or 6th time you accidentally do something, and now you gotta break yourself free once again? Does this too become monotonous? I'm more interested in the second part of this though, which is why prisons? I'm already critical of adding this as a method to combat griefing and negative gameplay, or somehow as a tool to deter stream sniping. I'm more frustrated, however, in the development hours that went into this instead of something like Salvage or New Babbage or Orison. Understandably, the 2-team dynamic development switch last fall means the guys working on New Babbage were not impacted. But the Orison development certainly has an argument that could be made. Prisons never appeared on the list of features that were required to be in the game for Star Citizen to be released. They're a cool feature not found in any other game, but they don't advance Star Citizen towards completion either. As Diego's experience indicates, until CIG has given focus to the gameplay loops, which do deliver single-player content, Star Citizen will not be taking steps towards completion. With all that said, I want to encourage all of you to become social in Star Citizen. Some of my closest online friends I met in the skies over Jumptown. I enjoy just driving around in a rover with Centimane on planet surfaces because there's a social component to it. I usually have some other friends when we're doing that zipping around overhead, and eventually they start dogfighting out of boredom. There's laughs all around. It's fun. Join an org, but join the right org. If you play alone most of the time, I might suggest trying to find a smaller org, as they tend to be more tight-knit and casual. If you're looking for that rigid structure and training, there are some large orgs competing for your time. Alternatively, there are groups in Star Citizen that don't require membership to hang out with. One such example is Dark Peak Entertainment. These are groups that offer you a place to hang out, meet and chat, usually on Discord, and talk with other players about topics from Star Citizen to whatever else is going on in life. The advantage is either way that you find people to do stuff with in the verse. A trip alone to the Fallen Javelin is dull after the first trip. Taking someone else gives it new life, especially if suddenly while you're there, they suddenly have the idea to see if you can fly under them while they jump off the javelin. Hey, it's just an example. Speaking of other players and socialization, I do want to take a moment to promote something to you guys. This weekend, Cosmonaut is launching their first ever publication in Star Citizen. The guys behind this are fans and players of the game, and they've also done this in Elite Dangerous as well. Cosmonaut is an online monthly magazine focused on in-lore stories to help promote Star Citizen. It's entirely free to read, and it's not half-rate. These guys put a lot of effort into making a magazine that feels like the sort of thing you pick up from the newsstand, and I have to say, they did a great job. The first issue here has a story on the Daymar Rally, the Carrack, and some other pretty cool stories. CIG has nothing to do with this, nor do these guys get paid for it. I rarely plug stuff, but these guys are worthy of your support and time. I really enjoyed reading through it, so give it a shot. The first issue releases here on the 12th in just a few days. On the note of free stuff, our 2 giveaways for this channel are on track. Again, I had expected 3.9 to be in PTU by now, and that was where the planned episodes for mentioning winners were penned in. One of those giveaways will be announced in the upcoming week. I have another really cool hardware episode coming that you're not going to want to miss, but I don't yet know if one of these giveaways was going to tie in with that. If it doesn't, I will put out a second video in the week for just that. Thanks too for the support on that Operation Liberty video. I'll be dropping more DCS cinematic stuff in the near future as I have a project or 2 in the works on that side. As always, don't forget to like and share this video, subscribe if you haven't, and I will catch you all next time.